recovered from your interview with Gerard Butler?
I don't know if I ever will. Beautiful man with a beautiful voice and a beautiful accent.
Well, it is Friday, and you may be craving a cocktail,
Sure
but if
am.
you're tired of the same old martini or old-fashioned, never. How about a drink you may not know about?
It's actually our foodie queen Stephanie Hansen's favorite drink, and it dates back to World War I. Stephanie hit up Spoon and Stable restaurant in Minneapolis to learn the art of a French 75.
What's on there?
Drinks! I am here with Jesse Pollock at Spoon and Stable, one of the hottest restaurants in Minneapolis. And Jesse is the 2022 Bartender of the Year. I don't even know, like, is it a guild? Who decides that you are the Bartender of the Year? How amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for being here at Spoon and Stable.
Oh, my pleasure.
It's an illustrious group of judges who decide who the Bartender of the Year is. And
How long have you been bartending? Like, did you have years of building up to this craft?
it's been a long time coming. I've been working hard, and I've been here at Spoon and Stable for about 5 years.
When I first would come to this bar, when this restaurant first opened about 8 years ago, one of the bartenders asked me, "What do you like?" And I said, "I like gin." He was like, "I'm gonna make you a cocktail." And I seriously think that my obsession with French 75 began at this bar. So you guys are going to make the classic French 75, which is how I have the recipe in my cookbook. But then, like all good bartenders, all good restaurants, you have your own spin on it.
And what we do here at Spoon and Stable is kind of fun twists on classic cocktails. So something that's sort of recognizable for you, but also maybe pushes you out of your comfort zone a little or introduces you to new flavors.
So are you gonna start with the classic or your fancy version?
I thought we'd start with a classic, French 75. I like to start with the bubbles in the glass first. And I do that because then everything's going to integrate a little bit more. So I am using a sort of dry style of cava, but you could use Prosecco if you really wanted to be fancy. You could use champagne, half an ounce of lemon juice.
Okay.
You always want to juice fresh lemon. Put it through a little tea strainer so you don't have any bits in there. And then a simple syrup. Simple syrup is literally just 1 part white sugar and 1 part water. I used a half ounce. And then your choice of gin is really up to you. I'm using Tanqueray London Dry gin because it is like the classic London Dry style of gin. So we've got those juniper, lemon peel, black pepper, and kind of like piney notes to it, but it's not going to be so bold that it's going to overpower the drink. I used 1.5 ounces in there.
Yum, I can already smell the gin. I'm smelling like the pine forest.
And because we're here in the restaurant, I'm going to double strain this so I don't have any little ice bits in this cocktail. The very last thing I'm going to do is just garnish this with a little bit of lemon peel. So I'm just going to cut a little circle of lemon peel on here, trying to not get a lot of the pith because I don't want to add bitterness. What I want is those beautiful lemon oils. And I zest this over the top so we get a nice aroma. Because the first thing you do when you bring a drink up to your mouth is you smell it. So we want it to smell really appetizing before you go in to take a sip.
You're definitely, as you bring the drink up to your face, you're getting that oil, citrus, botanical smell of the lemon. But then as you get a little more into it, you're getting the pine and the earthiness of the Tanqueray. And all of that coming together with just a little sweetness and then the tart on the back of your throat as you swallow. Yum. Jesse, I think you just made me seriously one of the best French 75s I've ever had. But you also have your Spoon and Stable version. Can we make that next?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So this particular one that we're gonna make today is made with pisco. It's a type of Chilean brandy, so a grape spirit, and we infuse the pisco with cardamom pods and hibiscus flowers.
Okay, cardamom pods. Now, you use these a lot in Indian cooking. They use them in Scandinavian cooking.
I'm adding my bubbles first, just like I did in my classic. Sticking with my half ounce of lemon juice, but instead of simple syrup, I'm actually using grenadine, and I'm not using store-bought bright red grenadine. I'm using fresh pomegranate juice with sugar and a little bit of orange flower water cooked together. So instead of gin, in this case, I'm using, like I said, pisco. Pisco is a Chilean brandy, and I also have a little bit of Cointreau in here, and the Cointreau is going to add some bitter and sweet orange notes for us.
And you've got all of the herbs and the cardamom pods are infused in the pisco, so we're not going to have any chunks if you're looking for that.
We're also going to get a really beautiful color that's just going to add to the experience of this drink.
Okay, we're
doing the exact same thing here. That lemon peel, little oil on the top, and there you are.
Oh. Whoa! I just sounded like I'm from Minnesota having my first pisco. It's tart, it's orangey, it's like sitting next to a pool on a chaise lounge at about 6 o'clock and someone serves you a beautiful cocktail is what it's like. Jesse, these are amazing cocktails. I can't wait to visit you again this winter. Thanks for showing us how you can make a classic French 75, but also how you can amp it up.
Of course, it's my pleasure. So glad you're here for a good French 75.
Oh, yes.
She knows how to find a good cocktail, this lady. Hey, look, it's Stephanie Hansen in the flesh.
And guess what? I brought all the right stuff today.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy I didn't forget anything today. We're not quite here yet, but I am curious. When you discovered the French 75, did you introduce it to anyone else who now is also obsessed with the French 75?
My sister is obsessed because I always think it's like the signature cocktail to open any festive occasion. It's just, it tastes delicious. If you get it made exactly right, you're just like,
yes,
so good.
Refreshing, so good.
Yeah.
All right, she's showing us how to make our own French 75 at home next.
Oh!
And Victor's coming to try them out.
French 75 to the mic.